It's time to rock this motherfucker with 3 the hard way. Tank Cobb, Eddie P, 3 the hard ways.
I'm so hood, and I wear my pants below my waist, and I never think
It's time to rock this motherfucker with 3
Cause you
the
and your
hard
man just
way.
planning to
Tank
hate.
Cobb, Eddie P,
Welcome
3 the hard way.
to 3 the Hard Way. Tank, Ob, ADP, where weekly we fight the motherfucking evil. And as we always do about this time, each man is an adult and responsible for whatever comes out of his mouth. That being said, the words that come out of my mouth or the quartermaster's mouth do not represent the views and opinions of one Mr. Eddie Westside. Mr. 2020. Mr. Eddie P. After 8 o'clock, Mr. Turn off the lights. And God damn it, you know it and love him. The lady of the house's own high value man, Mr. Eddie. God damn. Coppola. Let's fight this motherfucking evil. What's
All
that,
right, man?
Oh, brothers, I apologize.
Man, cut that shit out, man.
We on.
Being
Don't worry
late.
about
We
that
on,
shit.
man. Cut
We
that
on.
shit out, man.
Oh,
Shit.
no. You just, before that camera turned on, you was like, hey, nigga, you going to have to do this again. You going to kiss my entire ass on the podcast.
Oh,
No,
man.
man. All the yellow parts. No, we ain't doing that, man. We ain't gonna do that to you, man. What's
I want you
happening?
to kiss the blackest part of my ass, and you're going to need a flashlight.
You're
motherfucker.
gonna need a flashlight, motherfucker.
Last words.
Right.
Last words.
And listen, because I want you to hear this.
I'd have fucked your mama if she wasn't a dyke bitch.
And if I was gay, I'd fuck you.
See, okay, now we got to get into
All right,
it.
yeah,
what
we
the
went too
hell?
far.
Hey, come
Went
on.
too far.
That was
Went
Mooney.
too
That was
far.
Mooney.
That
Let's
was
go.
Paul Mooney's words.
Paul Mooney.
Last words.
Right.
Yeah, to a fellow comedian Earthquake, and
right.
we find it entirely too entertaining.
Right.
Too entertaining because
Yes,
we
sir.
can actually see that happening. And yeah,
Oh,
Earthquake was he was on it, pretty much saying whatever he had. When he saw me, he snapped out of it and was just like, I know him and I can't stand his ass. So,
Hey man, it was
Yeah.
exactly like you said. Every family's got a gay uncle.
Paul
And
Mooney is proof that,
that-
every family has a gay uncle.
I mean, that is the response you would get from your
gay.
gay uncle. You know,
Right.
yeah, that shit was 100% on point and accurate as a motherfucker.
Right. He got effeminate to the motherfucker. Like, I would have never said that. It'd have been a bunch of fat jokes, but not if I was
Yeah.
gay. I would fuck you.
Mm.
That don't count, nigga. That counted something else, pimp.
Right, brothers. What's on the agenda? What's on the
Yeah, what's good, man?
Hey, first of all, I want to throw a thank you out to our new 3 subscribers that hit us up since last week.
Oh.
That's some marginal numbers, man, but you know what? I'm digging it, man. It's good stuff, man. Thank you all for participating,
Everybody
man, for real.
can support
There you
them.
go. Slow motion is
Support the
better than
3
no
guys.
motion, man.
Yes.
Yes,
And
sir.
also, if you want to support the channel, go ahead and hit us up with a little bit of cryptocurrency down there in the description. So you
Nice.
can send us Dogecoin or Elongate, which is a, what do they call that?
Some real
A
coin.
charity coin. So,
Yeah.
pretty soon we'll be accepting Binance and all sorts
that.
of cryptocurrency. And matter of fact, we got to chop it up on this cryptocurrency thing, man, because I went off the deep end, like you said. Just going down a rabbit hole. I went
What
down
happened?
a rabbit hole this
Yes.
past couple of weeks with this blockchain shit.
Okay.
And it was just before the crash. So I'm thinking that the crash is a sign from the universe to tell us to get fucking invested heavily in this shit.
In the
Because
coin.
it's buy time right now when it comes to these fucking crashes, man. Because once you look at the technology behind this shit, I'm telling you, it is the basis for artificial intelligence, and there is no turning back. It is
So,
huge.
You
Man,
have
these
to be
motherfuckers-
tapped in now so that you won't miss that 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 speed train that comes when the next boom. So okay.
Man,
and from what I understand, man, if we do these smart chains and shit, with staking in the early game, bro, we'll never have to work again.
Is that blockchaining? That's nothing like mining, or is that mining?
It mining is a part of blockchain. So I don't know if this is a deep rabbit hole.
Okay, man. Yeah,
and it's going to leave a lot more questions. In,
I got you. That's why I asked that, because I was like, that's kind of what you set me up with that other one that I'm on. That I wake up every day and I make sure I get on and bing, 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 do my thing, and that's it.
Yeah,
but, yeah, man. Let's get into something a little lighter. That shit I sent y'all, man, about the mama and the daughter.
That was some disgusting shit.
Did you check that out?
I checked it out.
God.
Okay, yeah, I got that from him. Got to give shout outs to the brother from MTR. He's got a dope show. I just wanted to continue it on with my guys, and I just want to see how you guys felt about that, and have any of you two ever encountered a female that was that damn close to her mother.
Let me say this shit, man. I'm not making this shit up. Okay, go ahead. Because yours is probably steak. Go ahead.
Now, I was a younger man at this time, okay?
Uh-huh.
And, not any less deeper in these streets than, my penis should have been. But
church.
All right, so check this out. So I was dating a chick, and she was cold, right? Cold chick. And she sent me some photos. Her in that whole lace shit, that lingerie stuff, man. I mean, looking gorgeous. And being a 20-something-year-old man, all I could think about was like, bitch, who took these photos? You know what I mean?
Was the first thing.
That was the first thing that came to my mind. Like, you sending me photos that some nigga took of you.
Wow.
I'm in my 20s. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's the first thing my mind goes to. Like, don't be sending me some rerun fucking photos. Not appreciating this gorgeous woman in lingerie coming in my inbox. You know what I mean? That was the first thing is, bitch, you cheating on me, is the first thing that goes to my mind, right?
God, man. That's
this is how alarming. Fucked up I used to be, man. I was not the tamed brother I am today, if that is a thing.
Yeah.
But
yeah. You evolved. Go ahead.
Yeah. So after some digging in this conversation, which I felt like an asshole afterwards, and I owe this woman an apology right now. So if you ever come across this podcast, I am sorry. I'm not going to say your name. I should say maybe I should say her name. Should I say her name?
Drop names.
Yeah, I should say I'm going to drop her name. I'm going to drop it. Now I'm playing. But yeah, if you ever catch this podcast, man, I apologize. Cause I was on some,
insecure
bullshit. Yeah, as a young man. But yeah, she took these photos, almost close to busting it open.
Okay.
And I'm at her like, fuck took these photos, bitch. Come to find out it was her mom.
No, nigga.
Yeah. Which opened up another door of questions. You know what I mean?
Right on.
It's like, hey, man, I'm not going to take some fucking photos of me in some Speedos with my dad holding the camera. Like, it's not.
Gus ain't doing that shit.
Yeah, I'm not. Mind you,
to timestamp this a little bit. This is before.
Yeah. This is like early 2000s. This is early 2000s.
Got a Polaroid.
Yeah. This is 2000, maybe 2000 to 2008, somewhere in there.
Okay, well,
2000, 2004, 2005, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Yeah, it just didn't sit well with me, man. Like, even with her mother taking these photos, it's just like, what in the fuck is going on here? Because I damn sure wouldn't let my brother or my dad or my mom, like nobody is going to take photos of me in my drawers so I could send to another motherfucker. Like, you send me some photos like that, or if I see a video or some shit, it better be some selfie shit. And that's I'm just not that comfortable with someone. God, man, fuck all that, man. It's just fucking weird, man.
Okay.
And let alone being a sex tape. Like, you watched your mother get pumped. Like, just
let's give him some background on this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We never did that.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry on our part. It was that what's that the TLC show?
Yeah.
Smothered. And I never saw. I see the previews all the time, but it never piqued my interest until I saw what MTR posted, had put up there, and I think this is the first time I've seen a black family up on this show, because most, they don't play that. You know what I mean? Like, we everybody give each other their space, but I guess to each his own, whatever. But the show's about mothers, and it's pretty much it's mothers and daughters, right?
Mothers and daughters, and how close they are.
Yeah, and how close they are. This new
sons
couple,
too, but
I mean, I guess they're trending too, man. It's just oh God, they went there. That was bad. I mean, and they with it. You know what I mean? All the way, they're with it.
Let me just say
here
this.
it is.
This is just to show you what happens when what's taboo becomes the norm. So about 10, maybe 15 years ago, and it's interesting because they did an interview. This is all gonna fit what I'm saying. They did an interview with Lex Steele, and he was saying that he didn't believe that porn should be free and as readily available as it is right now because of kids. I say that to say this. About 15 years ago, I'm on the internet. I'm porn hunting. Come across this shit. Everyone heard of it. Ghetto Gaggers.
Everybody's heard of this?
I would assume.
I've heard of this.
Yeah, no.
Act like everyone has not, and please break that down.
Okay, so what Ghetto Gaggers is, and it was an umbrella of all of these motherfuckers who would pretty much face hump a broad till she throws up. So they had Latin cum buckets and all this other shit like that. Well, one of the ones they had was called Ghetto Gaggers, and it would be the black girls on them. And you couldn't watch, more than a few because you started seeing there was a racial aspect to it. Very fucked up racial aspect. Well, without getting graphic, we'll just say there was a young lady on there and there was a woman sitting next to her. Who was it? It was her mother. The girl said, now mind you, these aren't like paid actresses. They had maybe 3 of them that I can probably name. The rest was just girls off the street looking for a couple dollars. I mean, you could see it. The lady that was sitting with her was her mother. And her mother had the nerve to say, I don't condone it at all. I don't condone what she's doing. But I'd rather be here with her if she's going to do it to make sure that she's safe. And let me just revisit this real quick for Tank. What I was saying, Cuddy, is on this particular episode, it was a young lady. And there was a woman sitting next to her. And the woman was her mother. And the mother says, well, I don't condone it, because the guy asked her, like, why are you here? Why would you bring your daughter to some shit like this? She says, I don't condone this, but if she's going to do it, I'd rather be here with her to make sure she's safe. And then she proceeded to watch her daughter get face humped and double teamed by 2 Caucasian dudes.
Was this her real mother, or
you seen the resemblance, dude? You seen the resemblance?
I mean, that's like the storyline of many pornos.
You seen the resemblance. And like I said, it is a storyline of many. They all got the banging my stepsister, banging my stepmom. No, this is the whole thing with Ghetto Gaggers is it was infamous not for the sex but because they were exploiting these young black girls. It was said that these were girls 18, 20 something They was off the streets. You can see that they might have been prostitutes, a lot of them, and these dudes was exploiting them. Wasn't no music. It was just an open ass room and a dirty, nasty couch with old vomit from the previous bitch on it. It's-
Got it. All right. All right.
So
And back to the TLC channel.
right. Okay. So to answer your question, yes, I have seen that shit, man.
Okay.
And it's just proof, man. Like people say, man, like we've been, it's this interesting thing, especially with the advent of Kevin Samuels. And as you mentioned, a young man on mediocre tutorials and reviews. What they're saying is women can get away with any fucking thing.
Yeah.
It used to be only a certain group of motherfucking women that was out here jagging off and fucking horses, taking as much as they can from the local steed. Now,
Yeah.
we starting to, like you said, starting to see fam doing shit. Not our real fam, but we just saying you starting to see certain things, man. And you starting to look at these women like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, when I
Do you
saw
think they
that
call
part,
it crossover porn?
oh wow. Okay. Wow, I'm losing all kind of train of thought right now. Okay, yeah, man, you killing me, man. Wow,
When
yeah,
you crossed over to the other
a
demographic.
little bit.
Oh, man,
back,
we'd have been there.
back to the subject at hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, it's just that it's just like I've seen clips from previous, I can't say couples, but mother and daughter situations, and I don't think they ever kicked it up to that notch to where they're showing each other's sex tapes and critiquing and giving, pointers and
Mr. Coppola, I'm gonna ask you a question.
yeah.
Here's the sad thing. Which race of motherfuckers chose to do that shit?
See, come on, man. Yeah.
I gotta say it.
I mean, we all know.
Motherfuckers can go look at it. Like, look, man, again,
Some
this
things
goes
just
back
need
to
go unsaid.
huh?
Some things just need to go unsaid because we all know.
But you can see the shit. That's what I'm saying, man. It's like
Yeah.
I do, but still, it's just the fact that it was just so. I don't know.
Nobody should be that close.
it's shocking.
Yeah, to be that comfortable with anybody.
Yeah, I don't
Right.
want to see my brother fucking,
Facts.
let alone my mom. I never want to see my mama
Facts.
fucking.
Facts.
Like I don't want to see my dad fucking.
Right.
Like
No.
if my dad sat down and was like, "Hey man, hey nigga, let me show you a sex tape." My dad doesn't talk like that, but if he did talk like that, I'm assuming like if you were willing to show your son a sex tape, you gonna sit down and say, "Hey, nigga, let me show you a motherfucking sex tape." Like my father didn't talk like that, but if he was to show me a sex tape, I wouldn't want to see it. He wouldn't. He wouldn't want to show me a sex tape. Like
So who's? Well, I can't say who's at fault. We know the parent came first, right? No pun intended.
They both at fucking.
It's just,
They both at fucking fault.
it's just like my
Are they
man said
though?
on MTR. Both of them needs therapy for this. Thinking that, and I read a little bit about it, and they said that she has a son, and he's scared to introduce his girlfriend to his mom
I would.
because of that relationship. You got to think about where he's coming from. Like, this is my family
my son
now.
can't fuck you like I do.
Wow. See that part.
I mean, that's the type of
That-
freak bitch you dealing with when you showing your kids your goddamn sex tapes. Like I couldn't imagine like showing my two kids. I got a boy and a girl. Like I'm not gonna show either one of them a motherfucking sex tape. Like
Man, look.
I got a grown ass son. I am not showing nobody a motherfucking sex tape.
Dig
Like
it.
it's
I just thought this was something we really need to. I wanted to
Listen.
continue the conversation
We was
on our
listen. Check it.
platform because this really like threw me. I was like, this ain't real.
Listen, man.
You know.
This shit. Look, we was watching Daytime. Even if the shit is fake, the fact that it's even out there for people to see, it shines a light that don't need to be shined on the entirety of us. Look, man, we was watching daytime TV. They had what's the Cutlers, the two judges. It was a young lady on there, and her mother was like on the teleprompter and shit. Come to find out, the young lady's dude had been fucking her and her mom. Mom was sitting up there just lying her ass off. Finally, she told the truth. No, baby, no, don't cut me off. This, that, and the other, and she cut her off. You see this shit all the time. You just saw, or I hope you guys heard about this, and like the cat who has a channel goes by the name of Sinful to P. The only thing he said was that maybe the guy should have asked this question. And what I'm talking about is Danny Boy wrote about it in his book, but it kind of it went viral because he said that he had sex with Mary J when he was 15. He was 15 years old. She was an adult. This was back in his death row days. Dude said, well, maybe she didn't know. You know, the guy who was interviewing Danny Boy should have asked him, like, did she know you was 15? Because he said Danny Boy looked like a whole fucking man. I don't know many 15-year-old motherfuckers that do look like a grown man. But, you know.
Isn't Danny Boy the one that's gay now?
Yeah.
You think Mary J. Blige's pussy so bad that she turned him gay? Just go ahead and say the disclaimer again. Just go ahead and run that disclaimer again, because Ed's got his hand over his face.
Crispy chicken, dude. Fresh lettuce on top of.
I don't believe that's a thing that could happen. No, that a female could turn a guy that way.
Some people can just have bad pussy.
That part, but my thing is,
don't nobody want Halle Berry.
He was just fighting. They want to just calm down, man. Don't you ever diss Halle Berry, boy. That's the
I'm just saying.
Berry.
Like, good pussy cannot change somebody.
It can make you change gods. Yeah, it can make you change gods.
It can make you dress funny. We seen what happened to Common when he was with Badu.
Hey, man, so you never look at her in the eyes, man. You never look at her in the eyes, man.
If good pussy can make a man change gods, then how come nobody wants Halle Berry?
Badu got naked in Dallas. I said, oh shit.
I'm just saying.
Halle,
I'd take her.
You take Halle,
man. In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. I put up with all her crazy shit. I'm sorry. We're way off topic.
We're going back to the mom and the daughter closest.
Yeah, let's get back to that.
MTR brought up a good point, man. He said that what if that was flip the script? What if that was a dude?
Yep.
Yeah.
Showing that to his daughter.
What?
Just saying, what if it was a dad showing his daughter his sex tape and doing all the extra shit, to do to get vilified?
Oh, he'd have his mouth on the curb right now, getting stomped out.
You see what I'm saying? That's what he was comparing. Like, it doesn't matter if it was the mom and the daughter. It's just not appropriate.
That's interesting, man. Because like I got a completely different response. Like, I want to stomp a nigga out.
But not when it's the mother and her daughter. Like, people have this so-called fake outrage or whatever. But
it is absolutely fake outrage.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
Because for me, I'm gonna be honest.
Brought up some good points on that one. I was just like, that.
I think they need to be stomped the fuck out. No,
I think they just need to sit down and talk, because something is definitely wrong with that whole situation from top to bottom. They just they need to sit down and talk to somebody and break down what it is that's missing.
I guarantee you them two bitches sit up all day. Ma, ain't no good men out here. These niggas ain't shit. I guarantee she be like, girl, I know that's why I ain't with their daddy. I guarantee you them two bitches sit up there. They need to be stomped the motherfucker out, Nick.
Oh my God.
On the nose.
Went there.
On the nose, Nick. On the nose. On the Lincoln nose, they need to be stomped out on the nose.
I'm feeling some type of way this evening.
Look.
I mean, damn.
Look here, man. Debauchery is debauchery. Fucked up shit is fucked up shit. And you're right. They absolutely need to talk to somebody. They need to talk to that motherfucking prison shrink, just like those dudes who do this shit talk to a motherfucking prison shrink. That's all I'm saying.
I understand, there's relationships and there's this whole, it wouldn't be a hit show if it wasn't, for this extremeness. And to these folks, it just comes natural. Like I said, I saw that one lady who goes in her daughter's room every morning and lick her face to wake her up.
Man.
What shit is that?
Exactly.
Wait a minute. You got women that still breastfeed until the kid is like 12, 13.
Yeah.
You'd be like, man, if you don't get your titty out that boy's mouth.
Hey, that might not be all on the mother, though.
What?
All right. The kid might be addicted. Now, think about this. What
Man,
if that
what the
mother?
fuck is wrong with that?
What if that mother
Uh-huh.
was smoking weed while breastfeeding?
Oh,
All right. Now, that kid is addicted to titty.
The THC
That kid is addicted.
breast milk.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, we gonna see Ed Cameron just shut the fuck off. Mr. Coppola shit gonna cut off. We gonna be like, Mr. Coppola.
No, don't make me be the conservative.
Just go
one,
ahead and run.
Don't make me. No, I'm processing. That's not me tripping. I'm processing. Like,
I was about to say,
damn,
man,
that shit makes sense. He
it
made
was
me
the
sit back and
Mike show.
He made me pause. That's all. Like I said, I'm not the conservative one up here, man. I'm just trying to process what he just said. Like, well, damn, that makes fucking sense.
That kid could be addicted to titty.
And can't shake it.
Yeah,
you can't shake it, man. There's no THC in that Costco milk.
Hey, man, hey, man, Jonesing can be lethal for real.
Yeah.
I mean, so
yeah.
Are you a bad parent for, providing your baby a fix?
But for how long?
How long?
Keep that up.
Hey, look.
Hold on, man. How long is
Just
that
saying, some of the blame goes on an addicted child.
This is my thing.
Okay.
This is my thing.
All right, I got you.
This is my thing. If that teenager need titty milk, then,
have your own goddamn baby.
no, listen. If the teenager need titty milk, it would be more appropriate for that mother to, what's that, milker, put the machine on and let the kid drink.
Okay.
We let kids drink milk from a fucking cow.
Hey, but stop for a second, man. How long is the mama gonna be leaking? You talking about a teenager? How long does don't that dry up?
Man, look that shit up. This chick.
No.
I don't know how this shit happened.
As long as that milk's still being used,
right?
Like you'll still keep producing the hormone to lactate,
right?
It's just like cows when they're dairy cows. They just provide them with the lactation hormones.
So it is true. You could milk anything with nipples.
Pretty much. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're mammals. That's what nipples are for, except for a dude. Yeah, it's a little strange.
But gotcha. Okay.
Man.
Our conversations
we've used on a basketball
just
court.
Go ahead and put your seatbelt on.
We've used on a basketball court, and you saw a motherfucker wet around his nipples and shit.
Man,
come on, man.
You said the shit, man.
This the day and age, man, where that shit can happen, man. I mean, everybody's taking different hormones and shit, trying to be who they really feel like they were born as. Like niggas is gonna be starting leaking at nipples, man.
Man, stop.
All right,
okay. That's nasty, man.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah,
come on, man.
What
you got Ed on the wrong show.
Nah. I'm good, man. I'm good. It's just we talk about dudes and their nipples leaking. We was kind of getting off a little
way off topic.
Just a little bit, man.
Oh, I was just trying to point out how disgusting that shit would be.
Yeah,
man. Nobody want to see that shit.
Yeah, man. Look, all bullshit to the side, though. To me, that's two people that need help, man. I mean, you can turn on any fucking show on TLC or or Discovery, and these motherfuckers just absolutely fucking weird.
They got those shows, man. Like 600-pound life.
That's my shit.
You what?
That's my shit. The motherfucker, hey, the motherfuckers get out the bed butt naked. You can't see nothing or make nothing out. They be crying. I want to kill myself and got a whole motherfucking Big Mac. I want to stop. I want to stop. I want to stop so bad.
You that big, you're trapped inside your own body. That shit is fucking scary. That's some scary shit, man.
Right. I haven't been out the bed in 4 years. The scariest shit is, I feel bad for the firefighters when they show up and see this motherfucker that weighed 19 stones.
You have to cut somebody out their house, man.
I'm sorry, man. Continue.
What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Like I said, you weigh 19 stones.
What's wrong with you, man?
Look that shit up, man. It's a real.
I know what a stone is.
Motherfucker weigh 19 stones and shit, and they like, yeah, get this. We got a road to take this big motherfucker to the hospital. And then Dr. Now come in there. He all old with a hurt back. You know, he like, all right, we're going to put you on the 1,500 calorie diet a day, and these motherfuckers go with. I ain't never seen a motherfucker relapse on snacks. These motherfuckers, they supposed to be losing weight, and then I just had a little bit of Mountain Dew, and you know they supposed to lose 70 pounds in a month. Motherfucker come back, he done gained another 17 pounds. They going back and forth talking shit to Dr. Now, talking about, I know my body. Like, this motherfucking man is 70-some years old, been doing this shit. This is his life work, dealing with you fat bastards. And you telling me that you different? Nah, man. I love that goddamn show. I love it. We sit here like this, like, make me feel thin.
Some single lady was saying, you know, stop dieting and doing all this extra shit. All you single ladies out there, because I just watched my 600-pound life, and you know I watched the series, and damn near all those chicks on there are married.
Hey man, look
at the guy.
Look, when I used to do that type of work, there wasn't a single shut-in woman that I met. I never. All
dudes.
All of them had a motherfucker.
Dudes. I got you. See,
every single one of them, every single shut-in woman I went to, whether it was like a rescue or recovery, whatever it was. Mm-hmm. If you was a shut-in, you was not a single woman. I don't know how the fuck they meet people.
So let me ask you this question:
like,
how many of these motherfuckers had jobs? Or were they just living off the fat motherfucker, being their caretaker, cooking for them?
Goddamn, that's no. Because just think, if you were to wait, or if you fell in love with a overweight motherfucker that can't wash their ass, they can't roll over, they can't feed themselves, they can't shit anywhere but that bed. Mm-hmm. You got to clean up after them. And you got to feed them motherfuckers because you like them that size. Look, there's like, just like that person has a fucking problem, whether it's glandular or just they addicted to snacks. On the back end, there's a motherfucker that digs a big bitch and loves cleaning up shit. Like there is somebody for everybody. Shit? Yeah, there is literally somebody for everybody. Like, look, if you got low self-esteem, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you got low self-esteem and you don't think that you'll ever meet anybody in this world, bitch,
gain 19 stones.
There is a motherfucker that will love every single fucking ounce of whatever you do, and he will suck it up, and he would look. I've seen 115-pound motherfuckers wait on a 700-pound bitch that can't walk, wait on her hand and foot, cooking all her meals, making sure she keep her everyday caloric intake 4 to 5 times over the suggested serving size. Like, keeping this bitch alive pretty much. Like if you get 700 pounds, there is no way that you could care for yourself. Just think, look, if you look out in the woods right now, there's an animal with a broken leg about to get taken and it's going to be dead by the morning. Like if you are 750 pounds and
You're
5'1",
you're
defenseless and you can't move, like you just bait. That's all you are, bait. There is a motherfucker that is coming. You know he eating pussy too. Like he's showing up, he eating pussy, he feeding this bitch. He's wiping up after her, he's cleaning her off, you know, and he's doing all this stuff by himself. And he's a seventh of her size.
And he's got a meth pipe in his back pocket and 3 teeth.
No. These aren't like addicted people. You don't walk up to one of these motherfuckers' houses and then start questioning the woman like, hey, you know, like I'm here on the ambulance. Why are we here? You know, and their chief complaint is usually like, oh, well, my stomach hurts or something like that. It's never
abuse.
Yeah, abuse. It's not that I'm starving. This motherfucker ain't fed me in weeks.
Damn.
There's always a skinny dude. Like here's how the questioning goes. You know, chief complaint, signs, symptoms, this and that. Ma'am, are you pregnant? This bitch will do this. I don't know, honey. Are we? Every single goddamn time. Like, I don't know how there's single women out here because this woman can't even roll over and get her fucking laptop and she finding a good motherfucking man.
And it ain't like all of these motherfuckers got the best attitudes, man. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Like, fucking attitudes too.
There was an episode. This motherfucker. This motherfucker was tired of this bitch. He was sick of her. He was trying to do the right thing and not feed this motherfucker. She said, I will suck your dick if you go get me a burger. That motherfucker looked at the cameras and he just put his head down and walked on in the room. I said, man, you killing this bitch over a dick suck, man. I'm telling you, that show shows you a lot, man. I seen a motherfucker, soon as his wife started losing weight, he was like, nah, I ain't with this shit. I'm telling you, we watched that shit.
You're making Tank's point, man. About, you know what I'm saying? There's dudes who want the stat quo. Like, she done lost weight. She only 550.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, word up. He like, oh, I can see a little bit of neck. No,
there's
man.
there's bitches that can't go on my 600-pound life because their motherfucking nigga is scared somebody gonna take her from him.
Wow.
It's like, I don't want you getting famous, bitch. You ain't leaving me for a better looking man. Just think about that. Bitch, you ain't getting a 700-pound life.
Let me
These
tell you,
motherfuckers find out about you. Shit.
Let me tell you something. The coldest shit I seen. This motherfucker wasn't the dude for that. He was actually tired. Because see now, you do get those people that are tired. They're worn out. They tired. These people wear them the fuck out. There's been episodes where they significant other fucking leave and don't come the fuck back. Now that's usually a lot of the women, but it was a brother.
Hold on. Is it the shut-ins that leave and never come back?
No. What I'm saying is
a lot of moving parts. Like
I'm saying if it's a dude that's overweight, his girl will leave because she tired of dealing with his shit. Usually it's the dudes that stay, right? So it was this brother on there. You know, they got to move down to Texas to get the treatment. Soon as they got down here, he was like, all right. After like a few weeks of dealing with her, he was like, all right, you on your own now. And walked the fuck out. She didn't see that motherfucker again until she lost about 450.
Damn.
He said, I knew you can do it. He said, I knew, and he came back, he said, I knew if I stayed here, then I wasn't going to do nothing but hurt what you was trying to do. But he was cold about that shit. He pimped out the door like you on your motherfucking own. Came back and helped her lose the rest. And I'm happy. I'm always happy for those people. I watch it for the success stories, to be honest with you. That shit, yeah.
It's just scary, man. You see folks who one sandwich, one French fry away from that heart stopping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like they just, and again, back to my initial statement, they're trapped inside of their own body to the point where they can't do anything, like you said, turn over, wash themselves, feed themselves. You know what I mean? It's just all the way bad. You know, it's crazy, man.
Is this where we're setting the bar now for entertainment? Watching the fattest motherfuckers on the planet.
My man
like
said
lose a couple of pounds.
He watched
I'm just saying
success stories, but dude,
I'm just saying, like if we're gonna sit here and watch fat motherfuckers lose a couple of pounds and like make it to just being obese, like, but like the Navy SEALs training, we don't see a bunch like exercise shows ain't number one in America. Like,
you don't
shit.
see none of that shit no more.
No.
Remember, I mean, to be on the step in one. And
This is America, man. This is
America.
This is our entertainment. We watch overweight people, you know, where there's people starving.
Yeah.
And we worried about people who are morbidly obese.
Who did it themselves.
We have people who don't have access to clean drinking water. But we watch, you know, we enjoy a good water park. We actually play in water.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, we play in it like, ooh, shit, ooh, I got some of this in my mouth.
Right.
You know? Come on, man. This is America.
They was talking
That's
about
our entertainment.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Like everything in excess.
Man, look.
Always.
Let me tell you something.
Always.
I watched that. I watched Dr. Pimple Popper.
I can't do that. I tried with the lady, and that's her fucking jam. She found some shit on TikTok and be like, in the grill with the phone, like, watch this. No,
I watched
that shit's nasty, man. I mean,
the toe bro.
Oh,
that motherfucker be getting them ingrown toenails out.
Yeah, man. Man.
I watched
that's bad, man.
Hoarders.
That is bad.
Let me tell you something.
Hoarders is something I think is the most like one of those psychological, because people lose their fucking mind. Like, don't move that. I'm using that. Like, dude, it's
a booger.
It's from 82.
It's a booger.
You know what I mean?
You're using it.
Like, there's, you know, I saw the one when the lady had multiple dead cats.
Oh,
you know, spread it out, you know, throughout the house that died underneath shit that fell on it.
I seen that one,
bro. And nothing's worse.
I was like, oh God,
nothing's worse, bro. When I was a fireman, I went to a fire with some hoarders.
Oh wow!
All right.
Oh wow!
Now, both of these people died in this fire.
Yeah, they couldn't get out.
And there was like pathways, you know, through the house. They had 6 of everything but a goddamn smoke detector.
Damn.
Everything brand new in a box. They had one of everything. It was a goddamn like gas generator in the living room. You know,
Cuddy. When I was
everything but a fucking smoke detector.
When I was a motherfucking cable man, I came to a house. Didn't know what the fuck was going on. Knew it was some junk in the backyard. Guy says, hey man, the other guys, they keep saying they can't do the job. I'm like, I prided myself on my shit. Any work I do, I pride myself. I say, hey man, don't worry, I got you. This motherfucker opened up the motherfucking door. And I said, homie, where am I supposed to put this shit? Oh, I know some stuff out of place. Stuff out of motherfucking place. You know how much shit I had to climb over the car. He held the day up because all the tires was flat on the car. He had to go get a pump to pump the goddamn tires up so he could move the car. I had to crawl up in the attic, feed the goddamn cable through. And this was just internet. Once I got in there, I had to climb over magazines and all kind of shit to get to where he wanted to. I'm like, where the fuck do you want this internet at? This motherfucker had so much shit in there, wasn't no roaches. It was so nasty, wasn't no goddamn roaches.
Dude, I would have stuck my head in there and be like, do you have a cell phone, sir? Like, yes. And use that motherfucker as a hotspot. I can't. And then I would have took pictures of that whole thing and then sent it to my boss. Like, yeah.
Some motherfucker said you ain't got room for roaches.
That's a damn shame.
Look, man. Look at it. Look, I ain't making this shit up, man. I just see some shit in my life. I'm like, look, man. I told you. Oh, I can't even speak on this other one. Cause that's, you know, but yeah, man, I'm telling you, these jobs, that's why I'm trying to get a career, man. I'm tired
He
of
said,
saying
I'm
what the
tired
fuck.
of these damn gigs.
Oh,
He's like,
man.
I need a career, man. Someplace I'm thinking I know I'm retiring out
Right,
of.
right.
Shit.
You know,
You
some
know.
place, just give me, some place where I can start drinking morning coffee, eating my morning bagel, and yeah. Hey, Mr. White. Hey, how you doing, pimp? Okay.
Right on.
Yeah,
Right
man.
on,
It's again, to get back, on a serious note, it just makes you wonder what's going on in a person's head to make them get over 600 pounds, to make
Hey,
them
man, this
collect things that have no value.
again, that's psychological, man. I think with
Right.
the eating and the hoarding,
Right.
you know what I mean? It's just something in them that's, I don't know if they suffered, loss
Right.
and they're traumatized and don't ever want to let anything go.
Right.
Or people, what they say, some people eat their feelings.
And
They feel like shit. You know what I mean? It was like,
Mhm.
you know what? This is the only thing that made me feel good. You know what I'm, so.
And the thing is, if you look at those shows, at some point they do talk to doctors. And look, let me say this. I know how it feels. I put on weight. I was going through some depression and I quit drinking. I was a motherfucking pizza. Look, I knew what was on the Domino's menu. I had all their artisan sandwiches. I had all their large pizzas. I had all of their pasta bowls. I ate all that shit.
It's like I knew the menu, bro. I
knew
knew
the motherfucking menu very well.
Mm-hmm.
Was waking up with them headaches because my sodium was high. I said, man, let me get my shit right, man. This is gonna be my second time losing weight, so let me get my shit back, baby. But yeah, man.
It's the circumstances, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happen,
Yeah.
and also, sometimes how people were even raised.
Yeah.
Some people were raised just on fast food. They don't know anything. They will look at you crazy if you pull out a plate. But
and you know what's amazing?
My food comes out of a bag and is wrapped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's funny you say that, Mr. Kovler, because a lot of times they'll interview the parents. And the parents was just like, I didn't know any better at the time. I thought that I was just loving my child.
This is what made them happy.
Right. I didn't know about vegetables and, all of that shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for real? I thought all houses did.
Yeah. There's also a genetic component too.
Definitely.
They find with people with genetics that are linked to nomadic people. So like the natives to America, like the Arabs, they're used to eating very rarely, but large portions. So that's how their genetic code is made up. So when you feed these motherfuckers 3 or 6 meals a day, it packs on weight.
Mm-hmm. Because it's supposed to be the help for the winter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's supposed to help for, you going out there and you scavenging and you walking many, many miles per day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But now, it's literally on steroids. You know what I mean? From the meat, the chicken, all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Right on, man.
Especially if you fed a steady diet of fast food stuff. You know what I mean? It's gonna get you anyway.
Yeah, man. How soon do you think it'll be before they put a DaVita dialysis clinic attached to a McDonald's? How you got the like Arthur Treachers and Taco Bells that are that are
combo,
combos.
Mm-hmm.
How soon do you think it'll be before you have a dialysis center linked to a fast food fucking place?
I don't know. Because they put fast food places right next to gyms.
Yeah, you see that?
You see how crazy that is, man?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a leasing thing or something, but it's crazy. Looking like
the 24-hour
right.
fitness.
I mean, like right next door. I'm talking about. I'm sure everybody on the treadmill, everybody on on the bench is smelling those fries.
The waffle fries.
More importantly, poor diets kill more people a year than drugs or fucking crime. But you do drugs or crime near a school, they'll throw your ass in jail forever.
Yeah,
right.
But you can sell fucking fast food, ice cream, candy cakes, like anything you want, diet wise.
Yeah.
You get these little fat ass kids running around.
You got to think about the doctors.
Yeah.
The doctors never ask you, what are you eating?
No, they don't.
They ask you where you work, are you exercising? But they never ask what the hell you putting in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You gonna lie anyway. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh, Doc, I don't know why I'm 415 pounds. All I eat is
Grass.
vegetables. Yeah. I just have salads.
Not mine.
I can't remember the last time I had fast food.
Mhm.
I know my cholesterol is through the roof. I don't know why everything I eat, is raw.
Yeah. I mean, just come on, man. Like this place, everything we read and know about nutrition is a goddamn lie. That's why every fat person is an expert on diet. Just talk to one. Just talk to a fat person about a healthy diet, and that nigga knows more than you do. Everything they tell us is a goddamn lie, and that's the reason why we're all fucking fat. Just like that food triangle, there's fucking cheese on there. Like that's not even a real thing. Like if people didn't invent cheese, there would be no cheese on this planet. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck did the cavemen do?
I just don't get that fucking that keto diet or whatever. It's like,
Yeah,
dude, that's
yeah,
going to kill you.
Yeah,
That is
what-
going to kill you.
eat
Like,
meat.
oh, we
That's how
don't need
cavemen
bread.
were.
We could just wrap it in cheese.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's how
Okay.
cavemen ate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you sure about that?
Have you talked to one? How did
Right.
it work out for them? How did it work out for those guys with that
Right.
kind of diet?
You sure it was the dinosaurs, motherfucker? Are you sure it was or was it high cholesterol? Right on. Right on.
Mhm.
So what we on now, fellas? What's up? What we talking about next?
Man, the switch gears a little bit, man. We was talking about cheese. Perfect segue to dude in Florida pulled a gun out on the Starbucks employee because she didn't put the cream cheese in the bag for his bagel. Yeah, and it turned out to be the local police chief's daughter.
Hey, bro, what the fuck did you just say about Americans in excess?
Yeah, all the time. Welcome to America, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it was
And the
robbery
thing is,
for an add-on.
the thing was, man, it was a brother. I didn't know
At
brothers
Starbucks?
felt that way about their damn cream cheese.
See, Starbucks had it right, Land, a couple years ago when they didn't want us in there. They knew
Come
we
on,
fucked
man.
up.
That's not cool. Because
Hey,
they was
nigga, you
waiting
should
on a
not have
meeting.
been in Starbucks. How many times have you said, you know what? Man, I could go for some goddamn Starbucks. Like that don't even sound black. You shouldn't have had his black ass
Actually,
in there.
motherfucker, I was doing that for the last month or two because they had these peach green tea, lemonade iced teas, and they had these black hibiscus teas. Yeah, baby, you know what I'm saying? Pomegranate and all that shit. Yeah,
Hey, man, look, if you from them streets, you should be banging on anybody from Seattle. That's all I'm
See,
saying.
that's all you saying. You just gonna bang on everybody from Seattle now. You gonna put that on Seattle?
No,
okay.
no.
Yeah,
Just
you
saying.
know,
I was
Sir
just
Mix-a-Lot coming for that ass.
Oh,
Right.
I forgot about that. Much apologies.
See?
No disrespect intended.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
man, but dude that lost it, man. I guess he didn't point it at her. He just pulled it out. I was like, dude, for real.
In
over the
Florida?
cream cheese.
Starbucks. Like, come on, man. If you're black and you're out of Starbucks, okay, you well removed from that street life.
A little bit. Yes, sir.
You know
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean? Like
Yes,
you're
sir.
I
not
don't
pulling
know.
guns out on
Yes, sir.
motherfuckers.
But I
Oh,
think
no.
I think he was
if
in
they
a drive
fucked up
through.
your order,
I
like,
think he was in a drive through. So
but either way,
like you said, well, that was a perfect point. You are removed a little bit from them damn streets if you
Yeah.
know the difference between a grande and a venti and
Yeah.
whatever the fuck else. I just want a large. I don't, what the fuck?
yeah,
Say
just
large,
being black
you
because
know.
you stayed in a Holiday
You-
Inn the night before.
Do you gentlemen believe that gangbangers wear seatbelts, or
Hell no.
They do now.
do they wear
Well, no,
masks?
man. First of all,
during COVID?
gangbangers now wear skinny jeans.
Did they wear masks during COVID?
Yes,
You know what?
yes.
I was thinking about
were
that the
banging
other day.
They were banging their set.
I was thinking
Yeah.
about that the other day.
Muffled to the motherfucker.
What set you claim? What? What set you? Pull down your mask.
Yeah, man. You know what, man? This just kind of go back to the previous stories we've been talking about, where guy asked a homie to pull the mask up. He went beat him up and spit on him.
Yeah.
Old man called the brother the N-word in the goddamn Dunkin' Donuts. Man, it's like, why does it's not just our people by any stretch of the imagination, but why does everything have to be the extreme? Why couldn't it have just been, hey, man, you forgot my cream cheese. May I have some cream cheese, please?
Everybody's coming out of this so-called pandemic or whatever. Not so-called pandemic, but the pandemic. And I don't know, man. And summertime, just like the crime rate goes up when the heat goes up.
Yeah, because it's happening.
You know what I mean? People, patience, at this point right now, man, is at an all-time low. They have zero patience, zero tolerance, zero forgiveness.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. We just now getting back to interacting with folks.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers places, and some people wearing their masks, some people not, and people on edge still, man. Just a little.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got zero access to mental health care.
That part too. Nobody's talking.
That's the other thing is, just talking to my doctor, she was saying that like antidepressants are being prescribed more for this past year than anything else. And it's going off this pandemic shit. But if you don't have access to mental health care, how would you ever
nothing
think to ask?
Yeah, nothing about conflict resolution.
Let me ask you this: what role is this? Let me ask you this: what role does social media, internet, and all of these devices, what role does this shit play in the lack of formal communication between people now?
Yeah.
We used to
never turn it off
before this shit.
That part, there's no unplugging.
Before this shit, hey man, let's go over here. Let's go. Now motherfuckers is jacked in. Motherfuckers got wires connected to them all day.
I mean, it just think like if me and you had a disagreement, that shit's online. And when I finish talking to you about it and I'm ready to detach, fucking Ed didn't heard about it. Everybody and mama didn't heard about it, and they hitting you up about it. The shit never turns off when it's bad shit. And it's always bad shit. Because when you go after bad shit, the internet just feeds you back exactly what you want at that moment.
Let me say this.
Let
me say this. I couldn't understand this whole shit about cyberbullying. It was, when they still talk about it, but for a minute it exploded. And I remember doing a bit where I said, man, look, I'd rather motherfucker, bully me online than whoop my ass in person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I had my choice of what kind of bullying I want, but then it's like,
I want a cyberbully.
Right. But then when you think, like you said, motherfuckers ain't just fucking with you. It ain't just between you and them. The whole world can see the bullshit that's being said about you, what they doing. Yeah. Then you got people that's jumping in shit, ain't got a motherfucking thing to do with it. Think about when something happens with a celebrity. My girl Keisha, like that ain't your fucking girl. You don't know that person. You're a customer. You buy that album.
Like I said, we get caught up. We all intertwine somehow, even we don't want to, even if you're not plugged in,
right?
Whatever, because I'm on this and this about my most social media platform. This is about this. This is all I got. This is it. Facebook and all other shit. I can't remember the last time I was doing any of that shit. But yeah, man, it's just you like when I go back to the old reality TV shit. You got folks actually thinking that they're part of that person's life.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like, we are connected, but we're not connected. Like, you don't know these motherfuckers. Like, I heard, the lady was telling me, Tristan been cheated on Chloe again. And I was like, who? You talking like these motherfuckers. Right. You know what I mean? I was like, who the fuck cares? That's their shit. You know what I mean? I was like, who the fuck? Oh, okay. Yeah, the celebrity folks. Okay. But that's none of our shit. You know what I mean? What the fuck are you, what is this?
It's you know what, man? And the shit certain people, man, are being led by that shit. When I lived in the South, it was like being in one big motherfucking reality show. A lot of those women down there think they on the Real Lives of what the fuck ever. Bitch, you live in an apartment. We don't want to see what your real life is like.
And
know what
I
I'm
guess
saying?
that's why they do that, man, because they need to live
Escapism.
vicariously,
Yeah.
you know, through that shit. But it's like, that's not real, though. You know,
No.
we have to live in reality. But
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Here's another take on it. So you know how fanatics act, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got people that fucking burn down a fucking stadium. They're flipping cars over here at OSU every time they beat Michigan.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got fanatics that just do crazy shit all the time when it comes to something that they fucking are so plugged into. All right. Now that we have social media and we're plugged into everybody's lives, and there are certain people that we don't fucking know that we're so plugged into their life that we become fans to normal motherfuckers.
Right. Right.
Now we're acting crazy anytime something in their life is off because we're treating it like something that's happening in our life.
Right.
I mean, like we can go to work and we see a motherfucker when the Browns lose, you know, his whole day is shot.
Fuck.
He ain't caught a football nowhere. You know what I mean? But this motherfucker's on the team.
Yeah,
he lost
ran it on
too.
his chest. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He ready to knock somebody again.
We're
what I
doing
said.
that with
Right.
fucking regular motherfuckers.
Gotcha.
And it ain't natural. It ain't normal, man. We're fucking tribal people. We only supposed to deal with like the 16 motherfuckers in our neighborhood.
That's
Right.
it. That's
You
it.
know,
The
like-
cats who can reach out and touch you. Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
we're not supposed to be plugged in like this to
No.
everyone all the
Mhm.
time.
No.
And it fucking up your normal day like this.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
It's just like with certain jobs. People want you plugged in. And a lot of folks are saying they want to start getting paid. Like if I'm doing stuff on my phone, my laptop, after hours, I need to get paid. They, you know, folks want to unplug.
Right.
A work-life balance. You know what I mean? You got people who's telling you, oh, we're doing this. You know, this is our game plan for the next, 3, 4, 5 months. And it's like, dude, can we get to the end of this week first
Mhm.
before you start trying to hit these goals for the
Right.
next 3, 4, 5 months? Like, damn it, I just want to, I'm living in the right now. I'm
That's
glad I
what's-
made it in today. And I'm hoping, I've got my fingers crossed that I make it home safe. I'm not
I just-
thinking 3, 4, 5 months down the damn line right now. Sorry.
Hey, Think
Oh,
about
and-
that stress. Now think about why people are getting medicated for that and black people aren't.
Yeah.
That's what you're seeing with niggas showing up at fucking Starbucks, pulling straps out on people.
Over cream cheese.
Yeah,
Full
over
circle.
cream cheese.
And we just brought all that back for
Right.
cream cheese.
For cream
Yeah.
cheese.
Yeah, because you're compounding all this unnecessary stress and grief over
Mhm.
some shit that may or may not happen. You know what I mean? Let's do it day by day. You know, if I make it in safe,
Right.
good. Make it home, even better. You
Don't
know,
talk-
but don't tell me. I don't have
talk-
that luxury.
Yeah. Don't talk
I
to me
don't
about-
have that luxury.
Don't
We're
talk to
all
me-
under the same stress, and white people are being medicated for it.
You like, look, man, don't talk to me
Yeah.
about 4 months from now. I'm thinking about killing you. You know what I'm saying? You might not make it.
Oh my God. That was a disclaimer. That's a disclaimer on that.
No, you know, I'm speaking on people that go to work, they hate their job, and they got to listen to a motherfucker talk about 6 months from now. You don't want to be there a week from now. You don't like the motherfucker that's saying 6 months from now. Hence, motherfucker, don't tell me about 6 months from now when I'm thinking about killing you. It's a joke.
Yeah, yeah,
Joke.
man.
Joke, son. Joke.
All jokes. Alb is a comedian.
Yes. Yes. Niggas be like, we ain't
Right.
seen him.
They disappeared him.
Right.
He is what they call no longer.
Oh,
my
man,
God,
I remember. I remember one of the first times when I did the improv once. I just, they put me on a show, was fucking it up at first, brought it back around, whatever. And I remember the cat got back up there like, damn, he sure did cause a whole lot. Well, man, shut the fuck up. That's what I wanted to say, man.
Mhm.
I wanted to echo that motherfucker. But yeah, man, it's crazy, man. What we got?
Hey, man, y'all heard about I guess the memo didn't go all the way through the system in New York City about that whole stop and frisk shit. And I guess it's back.
Mm-hmm.
Did it really
You know,
ever
but-
leave though?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody didn't get the damn memo. You know, because for a second it was allegedly gone. But yeah, it said white police supervisor allegedly pressured minority cops to take people's freedom. Yeah. You run with that one. Said, man, it's just a vicious cycle. Like I said, it goes up and it goes down, saying, oh, you know, everything's back to norm. You know,
Mhm.
we have our, you know, our civil liberties are protected. And kind of find out, you got those old guys who still like, nah, I like that old 90s shit.
Right.
You know, bring that old 90s shit back. You know, that's when our city, you know, when Giuliani was running shit,
Right.
you know, but, you know, he got, you know, he has a following still, you know.
Man, hey, but motherfuckers got Juneteenth.
Yeah, I mean, that's a day, bro.
I don't give a fuck. I'm being the smart ass. No,
I'm just-
that's just a day.
No, I literally don't give a
This
fuck.
is-
What I'm saying is, motherfuckers is worried about that then, because it didn't go away. They had another name for it, and it was a big thing going on because you had a bunch of people come out and say that whatever this was called was stop and frisk by another name. So it never went away. But
I know, but I'm just saying. I just wanted to bring up the whole stop and frisk
yeah, no.
situation, but yeah, it never went away. And hell, George Floyd, you know, this shit didn't go away, you know. So, and that was in. Go ahead.
No. You're absolutely right. All I was going to say was, you know what? There was a white officer, a ex-Baltimore cop. He was saying how, you know, they were told to police black neighborhoods more than other neighborhoods. You know,
get those quotas up, and on this one or whatever, they were saying that how the commanding officer told them, you know, don't go after soft targets, aka white folks and Asian folks.
right.
You know, pretty much told them, you know, we need to get those arrests up, you know, in the urban community.
And then
Yeah, man.
and then you look at why the statistics might look a certain way because of shit like that.
Yeah,
You know, stay out of this neighborhood, but go fuck with them over there.
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Crime is down. We need to fuck with them about anything. Like if they stand in New York, you can't just be standing on the sidewalk for too long. If you want to bus.
It's all about capitalism, man. It's all about keeping those jails filled. Now think about
it's
this.
money in that. They ain't doing it just to do it. They doing it for, like Tank said, man.
Mhm.
There's a goal. There's a quota that needs to be met.
Right.
It's deeper than you think. Now,
Mhm.
just think if you own enough land, right? You can file to have your corporation be a town. Then you petition to have a police department, a fire department, you know, all this other shit. You know, it starts as a business. So the police department is a corporation,
For
part of a
profit.
corporation.
For profit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell them.
All this shit is about slavery, man. It never ended.
Told you.
Yeah,
Homeboy
it's all
said-
about cash and slavery.
Like homeboy said on Blade Runner, man, motherfuckers. Well, we think they lost that humanity's lost taste for slavery. No, they haven't, man.
Mhm.
Ain't nothing like free labor. You can build up Dubai with slave labor.
Man,
Yeah.
facts.
You dig?
Because that didn't happen.
Right. You can tear down whole villages and shit just to build up facilities for the Olympics in China with slave labor.
A little bit, man.
You only know what they tell us on TV.
That's it, man. I only believe if it comes through that screen. That's the only thing I
No.
believe.
I mean, like, how many times have you heard something crazy about a place, and when you get there, it's like, this
What?
ain't like. Look, growing up, we thought every kid in Africa was starving. We thought like everybody in Africa was starving. These motherfuckers didn't have no clothes, and like they were living in huts and shit. Like,
African booty scratchers. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's just what we're fed on TV, man.
Until we meet somebody from Ghana.
Yeah.
And we, with our ignorant asses, like, dude, when was the first time you seen a lion and you know, and a zebra? He looked at me and was like, a zoo. Okay. You know,
Yeah.
like my ignorant ass. You know what I mean? Thank you for that. He was like, what? Like, I live in West Ghana. There's nothing running around, you know, out of a cage. Like, what the fuck? Where did you see a motherfucker, you know, lion and a zebra and shit? You know, same place you did, dummy. So like Tank said, man, it's just our own ignorance.
Well, that's the shit that, you know, you only get fed through this programming on television, you know. So what could you possibly know about, you know, other countries and how they get down? You know, like everything we see is a lie.
You think?
For the most part, man.
For the most part.
Reality TV, man, for the most part.
Yeah. How about that? You know, reality TV had to shut down with the writer's strike. Yeah,
Put that together.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is crazy. Like, oh, we can't produce any more reality shows until we get our writers back.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't put
lucky
that together.
we had the news.
Wow. Wag the dog shit.
Wow. That's crazy.
It's like, we already crossing picket lines to bring you the news, motherfucker.
Hell no.
Oh, man. I got another one for you, man. It's a little, just try to lighten it up somewhat a little bit. Over in your neck of the woods, Tank, man, back in Ohio, driver paralyzed after plowing into an Ohio man's fortified mailbox, and he sues the homeowner. He's a quadriplegic now, and he hit that damn phone, and he has a case, but yet it's not looking too good for him because he came onto old boy's property.
Only in America. Only in America where you could like do something. Like, look, it wasn't the homeowner's fault for having his fucking house there.
Right.
You hit it. You know, it's on his house, the land, and then on closer to the street is the fortified mailbox.
But either way, like, something made that dude hit that mailbox. Like, that mailbox was supposed to be there. That guy
he wasn't.
But only in America could you sue the homeowner for that shit. And you know, the bad thing is like, I don't know how much this motherfucker like valued his use of arms and legs, but like
oh
you
my
can
God.
settle out of court with this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Just to get out of your legal fees. Like, no, I'm just saying, like, the dude, like, all right, if you're the homeowner, you get sued. Like, your homeowner's insurance is going to cover that
settle.
shit.
Yeah, they will want to settle.
And the insurance company has some high dollar fucking lawyers deal with shit all the time. And they're like, hey, man, if our lawyer team is taking $3,000 an hour to do a fucking corporate case, it might be better. It would take us less time to charge you for our paperwork to write up a settlement than it would to just like litigate this case. So let's say this guy wants to settle for $100,000. You know what I mean? That's 30 hours of work. That's less than a week for their law team. If they can write you a check for $100,000 and you don't give a fuck about your arms and legs, then, you know, it's a win for you. You know what I mean? And that's how broke people think.
But
so
100,000 for somebody who's they're done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're going to need around the clock care for the rest of their lives.
But you got to think, how broke is this motherfucker? Like Don King used to show up to motherfuckers' houses with a bag full of
Bag of
cash.
money. Yeah.
Because cash means more to a broke motherfucker than payments down the line.
Got you. I got you.
You
I
know,
got you.
they'll throw it out there. You know, like, have you ever been in a car accident where the other insurance company will send you a check? And now if you take that check and you cash it, then you didn't settle out of court.
Right. Right.
You know?
Right.
But you only think about cashing that check if you fucking broke.
Yeah, if you fucked up, yep.
If you fucking broke.
And I'm assuming, man, you know, like I said,
Yeah.
you hit that black ice and smack that damn pole, and the homeowner, I guess they have a rule how far he could dig the hole for or fortify the mailbox, and I guess he went like a few inches deeper just to make sure.
That's some bullshit.
You know what I mean? And they're
That's
using
fucked up.
all that, like saying that it wasn't at code. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Old boy has a case, you know, because he extra
Not if Judge
Only-
reinforced this damn mailbox. And it was like, dude, it was your time. If you hit this
right.
special fortified mailbox, dude, that was on
That
you,
was
man.
that was cosmic, man.
Yeah, that was on you, man.
But let that be
And I saw
Judge
that and I
White.
tripped out and was just like, that's like when people break into somebody's house and they get hurt and they sue the homeowners.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
shit or whatever.
That's only in America.
Yeah.
But yeah.
If Judge White
Only
was
American.
up there, I mean, get this shit out of here, man. Get that wheel that motherfucker out of here, man. And you ain't suing this man. You hit his shit. You hurt the mailbox, man.
Yeah.
But like you said, early in America, man, can you do that? Like you said, how
Yeah.
many cases has there been where motherfucker be like, yeah, I broke into his house and I was trying to take his shit and he shot me, but he shouldn't have shot me. He shouldn't have been in his shit at 3 a.m.
Right.
Hey, you ever hear accident investigators say that there's no such thing as an accident? Somebody is at fault.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
something fucked up.
Yep.
Because everything has a pathway. Something fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, it's always the person. It's always a person. It's not that homeowner for having a mailbox where a mailbox should be.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's either that nigga liked to drink or that nigga's mechanic didn't fucking fix his brakes right.
Or the nigga was texting.
The
You
nigga
know,
was texting.
and you know what they're using? It was like, well, if it wasn't extra fortified, the car would have hit it and flipped, and he may not have. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't that damn reinforced,
Only a lawyer.
he might have bounced off and not
Only a lawyer.
suffered those consequences. That's what they're
I'm-
using, man. Like what you were just talking about, how somebody's going to have to pay for this.
Man, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm willing to say that falls under natural causes, like an act of God. Like nobody's at fault. Like, hey man, God didn't want you to have arms and legs, nigga.
Right.
Okay,
That's
so that's the
what
reason why
somebody.
you here.
Here's this
Think about it,
divine
man.
mailbox.
Think about this is what the excuses that we're using during Katrina.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? That whole
Yeah.
natural disaster, that was an act of God. We
Yeah.
don't have to pay you.
God didn't want all them niggas there.
How far does that go though? God damn!
God wanted to wash all them niggas away.
Oh my God.
Wow. So you trying to tell
Yeah.
me God is white, huh?
I think so.
Jesus is white.
Man, look, the way we get treated.
You said that. That's what popped in my head, man. when
Sitting
you
up
said
there
that.
drinking mint julep.
Wow. A mint julep. But yeah, man, that's what they hit those folks in Katrina with that shit, man, when they were trying to get those insurance claims.
Right.
That is fucked up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's you know, it's funny how different legal arguments work. You know what?
Yeah.
I was thinking today, this is some shit I hate. Just bear with me. I was I was watching this documentary. They were talking about the shit that happened up in Massachusetts, where the girl walks into the bar, gets gang raped, comes out, whatever. Well, the big thing that came from it was victim blaming. They said, "Oh, you shouldn't ask what she had on or what she was saying and all of this." You know, you look at the Me Too. What were they saying? There's no reason to ever rape a woman, all that shit. But every time a brother dies, what did he have on? Was he smoking weed? It's like they dig into the history, and it's the series of. It's okay to victim blame when it's a certain person, man. Trayvon Martin, they tore that boy a new asshole. Oh, he was throwing up gang signs. These motherfuckers single-handedly destroyed the hoodie. They destroyed the motherfucking hoodie to make a kid look guilty and get a man off.
And Skittles and iced tea.
There you go.
Iced tea, baby.
It's Skittles and iced tea.
The Arizona.
You know, it's these legal arguments are so fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean? That, you know, affluenza. You know, he was too rich to know better.
That one was like, is that real? Is that a thing?
Right.
Please explain that to me. Is that real?
It's a fucking thing.
He killed
got
4
off on that
motherfuckers.
shit.
Yeah.
And got affluenza. Then turned around, the motherfucker was underage, got busted drinking. And then turn around and flare with his mama
Yeah.
to Mexico.
Mexico.
This motherfucker, they get the motherfucker. What do? They put him in a luxurious halfway house
In Mexico?
No, there's this place. It's like
that ain't punishment.
No, it's like a fucking resort. It's a resort the guy went to damn near, man. You know, these legal arguments, all this victim blaming shit.
You got money, man. You got money,
Right.
you got influence, and, you know, you're paying for heavy hitters. Yeah.
The ridiculous shit'll fly, man.
Yeah.
It'll fly.
Oh, yeah.
And you said,
No.
what was that one? What was that? That one Kennedy who actually killed a chick? You know, ran off a bridge.
Yeah, they made a movie about it.
Skakel Kennedy, right?
No,
He was well known.
No, it was the one who died.
Yep.
You talking about the one
senator.
that drowned the chick?
Yeah,
Ted Kennedy.
Ted Kennedy. Yeah.
What was the movie they made off of that?
Like I said, how do you make that go away
Man, look.
and still be a public figure? You know, like, dude, you were drunk, drove off a bridge.
Chappaquiddick.
Yeah.
It's called Chappaquiddick. That's like the motherfucker on Shark Tank. Mr. Wonderful. Boating accident. I think somebody died. That shit disappeared. Disappeared just like that.
It just depends on, first of all, who you are, how much money you have, and where did it happen.
That's why I was talking to somebody. Hell, I hope it wasn't this show, but I said, do you really believe that Jeff Bezos could shoot a motherfucker in public? That if he did that, he would go to jail. And my vote was no. Like we said, the man got spaceships.
He really don't have to ever even have that kind of
of course,
kind of thought. I understand your hypothetical, but you got that kind of money, man. You're doing everything, every and anything that you ever could even dream of. And the thing about it is, what your statement is, what I want to reiterate is probably he could do that and we won't know about it. He don't have to be in public. You see what I'm saying? He could probably do that 20, 30 times over.
Right.
Pay out settlements and people will be like, you know, it'll never come out.
Right.
You know, just think about all the shit that we don't know that's, you know, that's been covered up as far as, you know, taking somebody out.
That dude can plug a motherfucker, and then next week, his daughter would be like, I didn't like my daddy no way. After she was just sitting there saying, I love him. Let me say this.
He could put out money and be like, you know, I will take care of your whole family or whatever, but I need to be able to execute somebody of my choice in your family.
Right. Look,
man,
people will sign up for that.
Yes.
Have you guys like watch any Bond movies?
The older
Tomorrow
ones?
Never Dies.
Mm-mm.
All right, look. Jeff Bezos owns a motherfucking media company. I mean, he owns the Washington Post. Besides Amazon, everything that streams into your house if you have a Fire Stick.
It's
Like,
him. Yeah.
this motherfucker can control what the fuck you get inputted into your fucking head every day. He can change the
That
way
was my
you
point.
view him in the world.
Right.
And we saw him do this when it came to when his phone got hacked and all those photos of him getting on with that other chick and leading to his divorce. Like, we saw what happened with that. They started pumping all that Trump shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he manipulates.
Misdirection.
Misdirection. I mean, old boy got divorced. Trump ain't guilty of nothing. You know,
Yeah.
just saying
Yeah, man.
what we see
It's called tied in.
and how we
man.
feel.
It's
Yeah.
called tied in, man. Our attention spans are very, 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 very short. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like, oh, what's the next hot topic?
But you know what?
24/7 media cycle.
We see this shit in a lot of these cases where somebody might get gunned down or, murdered by a police officer. You're starting to hear a lot of activists say, what is the point in getting upset when all that's going to happen is these families are going to take that payout and it's just going to be, God forgives, we forgive them, and, we don't need any, we need to keep it peaceful and all of that shit. 1 minute, it's like, oh, we need to. Next minute, a check is coming when somebody, we need to keep. We seeing this type of thing in real time. So just imagine if it was Jeff Bezos' money, like you gentlemen are saying.
Mm-hmm.
I
My thing
guarantee
is,
you.
it won't even come to that because of what Tank was saying as
Right.
far as we being brainwashed.
Right.
Like, oh, he can do that. That's he's allowed to do that. He's Jeff. That's what it is, man.
Jeff
Yeah, I
shot me.
guarantee-
He was supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you, every time a family gets one of those fucking payouts and they go on there, talking that Jesus shit, that's written in the contract when they take that money.
They
Yeah.
can't they can't say nothing. Yeah,
Yeah.
they can't
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Like I
can't-
said, a lot of
yeah.
stuff get covered up. When's the last time you heard about we talked about Kaepernick?
Oh yeah,
You see what I'm saying? He took that check from the NFL, and
that motherfucker.
you take this check and you shut the fuck up. I don't
Get
want
up
you
off that
kneeling. I don't want
goddamn
you
knee.
doing nothing.
Right. You
You
ain't
know.
seen that motherfucker on the knee again.
You ain't seen him do shit.
He
since
say
that
his
check
grace
got
standing
cut.
up. Right. That motherfucker say his grace standing up.
Yeah,
That's
man.
good. That's great.
Money will erase shit.
Yeah.
Easy.
Hey. So now you got to ask, did he really ever give a fuck?
You know
Was
what,
he
man?
really a washed up quarterback that just wanted to get a payout?
He saw.
Let me
he saw
say
the
this.
writing. He
Fuck up,
rode
sit
that
down somewhere.
wave. He rode that wave.
Let me
That's
say
all.
this.
He rode that wave.
And you gentlemen could correct this. This is something I heard. Somebody was mad and they spoke very eloquently about this, and they made good points. They said that he used that shit that whole knee shit as a distraction because his contract was up or some shit like that.
Could
and
be.
he was pissed off. But you guys, like you said, man, we ain't heard no more. He got the check. The Nike deal came through. He had
That's it.
the Kaepernick Air Force Ones. That homeboy done boned out, man. And
That's
it's
it.
like, I thank him for what he. Some good things come unintentionally, and I get what was happening with it, but it's like you said, man. A piece of paper stopped your message.
It wasn't just a piece. It's a lot of
Oh yeah,
pieces.
no, yeah.
A lot of pieces.
But also going back to what we said about who controls what we see. What if they just stop giving this motherfucker airplay? Nobody's arguing
That's
about
deep
the
as
shit
hell,
Trump
man.
does right now because they kicked him off of most of social media. So we
Yeah.
don't hear his fucking thoughts every 20 minutes.
right.
Right.
He's not mainstream media anymore.
Right.
And it's because they just chose not to show him to us.
Right.
That part, but also if he wanted to, there's always a way with this whole, like, again, 24/7 media cycle. He could get on. Even Trump got on. It didn't work well when he started to blog or whatever. You know what I mean? But there's always a way. If he wants to get on camera, somebody will put a camera and a microphone in his face. if he wants to. He don't necessarily have to go
Yeah.
on, social media, but somebody will, put him on if he want to go
Yeah.
on somebody's platform or whatever, But again, why should he? He didn't cash out.
You know
That's all.
he did. You know he
cashed
did.
out, man.
I don't know. I mean, because they can cut off people from our view.
Fucking with
Like I like unless they throw Kaepernick on my fucking feed or some shit,
Mhm.
I don't really go looking for anything old dude did. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like unless it's thrown at me, I'm not going to be like, oh, Kaepernick's up to this week. He did
Right.
this great for the community. He did this,
Right.
this, and that. Unless somebody said, hey, you know what? Kaepernick just gave away, a whole whatever to a football team in his hometown. Like
Right.
it unless it's on my feed, I don't go looking for it. And then if everybody isn't buzzing about it, then it never happened.
He was one of the first ones who get that whole cancel culture. He got
Yeah.
canceled because he was the poster child. Trump
Right.
rode his back. You know what I mean? Pretty much saying he's against, America. He's against the flag. He's against all that's
Troops,
good,
all that
about
bullshit.
America, all that stuff or whatever. And it doesn't get more peaceful than taking a fucking knee.
Yeah.
You
No,
know
no,
what I
no,
mean?
no, no. I get you. I'm just saying if they're not pumping what they want us to see at a certain
Right.
time, then
Right.
we're not going to
And-
react a certain
And
way.
nobody's talking about that fact neither. Nobody's even curious. Those who are not, on the blacklist or blacklisted or whatever, they don't. Nobody's, like you said, they're not even talking about him. He's an afterthought now. After everything that how many bodies that dropped after him taking a knee, and everybody's pointing at him like, dude, we wasn't in the streets. We were trying to just take a knee. Now we got to hit the streets, y'all. Killing folks, busting in people's houses, with a messed up warrant, killing people in the bed. This is why he was taking a knee. And like Ob said, it just fell into place.
Mm-hmm.
All that just dominoed after the whole cap thing. Everybody was saying this is why he was taking a knee, but I don't even think it was about that.
Once I heard this, you know what? I want to say it might have been Judge Joe Brown
Who
And
talked
one-
about him?
and one other person. And like I said, man, I ain't gonna disrespect the man. Ain't no reason for that. But when they brought that shit up, it really made you think. We all got played. I mean, I think we get played. I think the American public gets played on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that media is a motherfucker because you you literally talk about a motherfucker one day and it's like, damn,
Gone.
he's completely gone from your memory.
Gone. You don't see him. There's no
Yeah.
jerseys. There's nothing. He's got erased from the books like how they did OJ.
Yeah. It's literally
You know?
some Mandela effect shit. It's like
Yeah.
this man was supposed to have taken a stand and he won't be remembered for it. They changed the channel on your ass real quick. They just threw a bunch of.
He
Let me not say that.
Like I said, man, because now when you think about him, you got to think about Orange Julius.
Yeah.
You see how that goes? You don't even want to talk about it because you can't. You got to talk about them both. Which
That's a cold
which I
ass
did.
name.
It's so messed up, man. And like I said, man, he hijacked him.
Orange Julius. That's a cold motherfucker.
Uh,
Every time you say
you know.
that shit, man.
Cancel culture isn't the new thing. I mean, just
No.
think of how many motherfuckers throughout history has been canceled.
Well, it used to be they take you somewhere in the desert and,
Yeah.
do that Vegas thing.
Yeah,
No, I'm just saying.
No, it's just don't call him. Who was that? They're trying to cancel him on his old. What's his name? I can see him. Old white singer. He made that really really sad song about his son, dying when he fell off the balcony of their hotel or something. Eric Clapton. How he's getting canceled now.
For what?
Because he's talking about COVID, and anti-vax, vaccinations, and he's like, man, none of my people are, my phone hasn't rung, people stop coming through because he's spilling out all this this rhetoric, and it kind of like, dude, we fuck with you, but until you start running your mouth on that shit, man, just leave all that, behind closed doors, and let's just stick to the music. But you just going extra heavy on this shit, and now they pretty much canceling his ass.
He should have said, "Mama's cooking, bitches." No, but
it ain't gonna work for him, man. It don't hit the ears right. I'm sorry, man.
Right.
It ain't gonna work for him. But
isn't it our fault that he has such an audience? I mean, at what point in time should you start taking your health advice from a goddamn singer?
Facts.
Like
Facts.
Who gives a fuck what Ja Rule has to say at a time like this?
But no.
Real shit.
This is one of the things. Yeah, exactly. Who gives a fuck?
fuck.
What Ja Rule got to look. But this is where everybody's champion against free speech. Even the progressive motherfuckers, like, hey, they're talking about canceling motherfuckers for just speaking their fucking mind.
They just tried to go at Beyonce over a fucking Cater to You song. And they had to remind these crazy bitches that shit came out how many years ago? They was like, Destiny Child ain't even together no more.
They canceling motherfuckers for giving health advice when you should be listening to your own fucking doctor. Yeah,
but again, what we talk about, man, 24/7. You know what I mean? Everybody just feels that they're plugged in. Like their opinion is that much greater and better than the next person. Like, dude, you can have your opinion. That's fine. I don't want to cancel you. I don't want you to just go away and, off to an island.
Right.
That's fine.
Lose your financial earnings and all that shit. Your livelihood. Yeah, it's like that, man. It's like that.
Yeah.
It's the time we live in, man.
Yeah,
it's the time we live in.
You're an entertainer. You can't tell somebody to stay away from a vaccine. But if you're an entertainer, you can definitely sell penis enlargement pills over the counter in any quantity with no FDA approval. It's so fucking asinine, man. Like none of this makes sense. But in a country where you're supposed to have free speech, we're actively canceling these motherfuckers.
Right.
Constantly. That's just
for like
the hypocrisy of America, man. It's very thick. It's thick. That's
if you dumb enough to take fucking health advice from a goddamn musician.
Yeah.
Maybe life is getting too easy for you.
Where's Ja Rule?
Yeah.
Oh my God, where is Eric Clapton? My cholesterol was getting high.
I just saw the headline, like, Eric Clapton,
replaces Dr. Now on My 600-Pound Life.
Like you getting your health care advice from a musician. This generation is a bunch of pussies, like my grandfather said. It's true. That's just fucking true.
It's facts. He never lied to me. Facts.
Right.
Never ever lied to me. You hear me?
Right.
These damn kids, man. It's it's crazy, man. I saw this story about this dad. He lived in the States, but he moved his kid over to the UK. And the 6-year-old son, black dad, and said that his son at 6 experienced his first encounter with racism. He was on the bus. I guess he was sitting, in the school bus, and he was going to school, and he was sitting with two twin Caucasian boys, and one of them was like, looked at him, was like, yeah, I don't want to sit next to you. And, he was like, why? He's like, because your skin's too dark. So, oh boy, makes it back home. Next day, he's at the kitchen table. He's making a card. And the dad, fixing breakfast and was looking at him, seeing what he was doing. He was like, well, what's that? He was like, I'm making a card for so-and-so. He was like, well, how are you making him a card? And, you know, this 6-year-old boy told his dad, like, you know, the boy said he didn't want to sit next to me on the bus because my skin's too dark. And the dad kind of like was like, son of a bitch, you know, pretty much like he's too young to be experiencing this, you know, firsthand. And then he was like, I'm left the States thinking that I could protect my son from the bullets of these damn cops. But yet I can't protect his heart from this bullshit racism over here, you know. And it was one of those questions like, when is it appropriate to tell your child or educate them up on racism or prepare them for what's coming? You know, he said...
Where did this happen at again?
Over in the UK.
And he didn't think about taking his black child over into the colonizer's homeland, that he would experience any racism.
Hey, man. He figured over there the cops don't have guns.
I feel like this, man. You need to sing that shit to your babies in a lullaby when they at least a month old. That's how early you should start
I pose
teaching.
that question to my guys who have influence and also who are parents to these kids out here. When is the appropriate age to sit them down and educate them on what's to come?
I've been doing it because, you know what? My mom did it with me. I remember it was, okay, we're going to sit down. I'm going to make you watch Roots for the next 4 weeks.
Man, that shit is brutal.
Brutal. You're like, God
I
damn.
mean, God dang.
At least I get to stay up past 8. Fuck it.
Okay.
But no, you know what? We do it because, you know, I said this one time, man. Every fucking other group of people has a racial epithet for black people. We don't have that for every other group. Every other group doesn't have that for another race. You got a baby that just got shot in the arm. 6-year-old, another 6-year-old by a Vietnamese guy. We know the history of this country. We see what happens to 16-year-olds. We see what happens to 12-year-olds in Ohio. If they are targeting our children this young, then it is imperative, in my opinion, that we teach them this young. Somebody made the statement, they said, they were talking about the affluenza thing. And they said, you know, you would think that it would be the people that don't have anything that would be ignorant to some things. However, you know, you get rich people that because they have money, they can shield and coddle their kids and keep them away from things. Whereas poor people, those that don't have, they have to expose their children to adult situations a lot earlier in life because it might save their life. And it's a shame that a 6-year-old got to hear, hey, man, your skin is too dark. I don't want to sit by you. You know what I mean? It's a shame that you got to go on YouTube and a woman is playing with her kid and the little boy who's no older than 5 comes up calling him the N-word. And he's like, yo, shit, where'd you hear that from? You got parents whose kid is coming home from playing with their white friend. Daddy, what's this, that, and the 15? Now daddy got to go check homie's daddy over here. You got to do it. You got to do it, young man, because you setting them up for failure. You setting them up.
And that was a little bit on, you know, a little bit down the line in his piece. Mm-hmm. He works for, he writes for CNN, writes an opinion piece for CNN. I'm trying to find his name. But yeah, he said he don't know if he was doing his child a disservice by pouring into him, you know, how to treat everybody fairly and appropriately, you know, but yet when this pretty much smacks him in the face, he doesn't have any defenses. You know, this little boy was at home writing an apology letter to the kid.
No, hell no.
You see what I'm saying? He wrote him a letter saying, I know you don't like me, but I love you because I love all people. Now, the dad has brought this kid along. Hell, he's only 6 or 7 years old, whatever. And he has this type of empathy and sympathy in his heart to try to show forgiveness. Now, you don't want to, do you want to stamp that out by telling them the next time this motherfucker say something like that to him, you go upside his head? The shit that we were taught, if anybody say something slick, you know what I mean? We weren't taught to use our words. We were taught to, you let me know. You know what I mean? We got adults going in and want to go in and go jump on somebody who didn't, talk crazy to their baby. Like I said, it's a new day. That's why I posed this question to you guys to see exactly what would be the conflict resolution in this type of scenario dealing with a 6-year-old. And his first reaction is to try to make amends with this kid and pretty much, use his words and write this young child a card.
Man,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Nah, man. I mean, like, I try to teach my kids not to trust anybody, but it's hard because kids don't see race. Like, they don't. Like,
Wait a minute. Wait, no.
Race.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do, because it was 2 kids who called them that shit.
One, the other twin said, "That's rubbish." That's when I knew they were over in the
That's
UK.
rubbish.
Yeah,
Look,
it was two twin boys,
Yeah.
and one of them was on that bullshit. And the other one said, "This is rubbish."
I'm sorry. But
Go ahead.
I was just leading up to the point where, kids start to recognize that whole racial thing.
Mm.
Like early on, kids don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, you don't think so?
I don't. Like I said, man.
I think it's taught.
I see your point, man. I understand that. I think kids are just like, hey, man, that's just somebody I could play with. I'm not worried about what color they are.
Right.
We having fun.
I think it's taught, and I think around the same age that they're teaching this bullshit, the same age is around that 6 where you got to tell them, like, hey, man, some people are going to treat you fucked up because you're black.
But listen, man.
I'm sure it's that same age where you're teaching them kids are like, oh yeah, stay away from them black kids.
Nah, man.
That part.
I'm different. Motherfuck that. Because you can pull it up on YouTube. Vice will go into these all white hubs, and you got the mother. I teach my kid to love their own and not fuck with them. I say, look, man, teach your kid to give everybody a fair break, but you also teach them to kick a motherfucker in the mouth or just walk away. But don't be running back talking about some goddamn, I'm sorry for my skin being black, or that my skin offended you, because you setting your kid up for a hard fall when they grow up. They're going to take abuse. Our people take too much abuse anyway. We've forgiven everybody and prayed ourselves into motherfucking weakness. At least the perception of weakness. Because a lot of us ain't playing that bullshit. Yes, we should use our words. But all of this forgiveness and all, sometimes you got to stomp a motherfucker's mouth. That's all I'm saying. That's, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to stomp a motherfucker's mouth. And it's okay to teach that to a 3-year-old. It's okay to teach that to a 3-year-old. You know what I'm saying? You put that PJ Mask in that motherfucker's ass and keep sucking, son. Shit.
I want somebody to check this brother's blood pressure right now. He is hot.
God damn. No, because
I said 6. He was like, you teach that 3-year-old.
You know what,
hole in his ass.
Mr. Copel, I just get tired of our kids always coming home. Oh, somebody said my hair looked like this, or they said my skin looked like this. It hurts you to the core, because at some point we dealt with it. I remember being a fucking raggedy ass Weeblo scout and going to Camp Standbar. We the only little black bad news bear looking ass black troop out there, and the other white troop across the little quarry sitting up there calling us the N-word. We like, what the fuck? Now we thinking they just other kids to play with. We knew what time it was. We was like, oh, all right, this is what we said. Oh, word? We about to whoop y'all motherfucking ass. How about that?
And just like that, he out
Send
his
them-
bag.
Right,
Just
send
like
them niggas
that.
running. Like, you know what I mean? No, man, I ain't about our babies being abused and all that shit, man. Kick that motherfucker in the throat. You know
Hey,
what I'm
man.
saying?
Case by case, man. Case by case.
Absolutely.
Again, like I said,
But when
the
that
father
case,
was just
yeah.
he was just a little jaded because it hit him too soon. And again, mind you, he didn't know what the kid was doing at the table. He's writing
Right.
his card out. He don't know if it's for a teacher or a girl or whatever. And come to find out, the premise behind this damn card, it floored him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was like, dude, this is coming too soon. I wasn't ready for this conversation. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm not built. I'm not ready for that right now.
And I'm
You
sure
know?
he's a wonderful fucking father. You know what I'm saying? And it you do look, man. You do want to walk through the world and everything be okay.
Yeah.
But the shit beat you down on the news. The shit beat you down when you hear other people talking about it. And then when that shit finds its way into your home via your 6-year-old child.
At the table while you're making his breakfast. And
Right.
the brother's name was Keith McGee.
See?
If I'm going to leave America because I think my kid might be shot by some racist cops,
Uh-huh.
the first place I think about is not the UK.
Like, dude, have
Like
you
I don't
seen
give a
a
shit if the
soccer
cops
game?
don't walk around with fucking guns. Like they can still beat your son to death with
Right.
the dilly sticks. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
If I'm
I know,
looking for
man.
some place that's a little bit less racist, I'm not going
Yeah.
to the UK, man.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like
Facts.
this ain't a story, man. Like why the fuck are we listening to you?
Right.
Like tell me if you think nah, man. Like
But it's a complicated situation for him, though, man. You got to understand. How old is this motherfucker? We don't know. We older gentlemen, man. We come from we dinosaurs, bro. We come from a different age. Like Mr. Coppola said,
I'm a
we weren't
sexual
taught to use our
tyrannosaurus,
words.
nigga.
We weren't.
wasn't. You know, and it's still a process.
Yeah,
It's
we was-
still a process
we
to try
was
to
taught-
unlearn that.
Let a motherfucker say something. We was taught to come off of the top rope on the motherfucker.
Yeah.
We was dropped the leg dropping nigga for saying something stupid.
we got in trouble for not overreacting. You know, let your parent find out you didn't stand your own.
They're gonna beat your
Yeah.
ass when you get home.
That's
Yeah,
it.
I mean, but our parents expected it. Our parents expected us to meet some racism in school. You don't go to the UK and think your kid is not going to experience any racism. And
Thought you were safe
get
to
all
the queue.
fucking appalled and write a story about it. Like,
I don't know what logic he was using behind that, but I was like, dude, have you not seen what's going on at these soccer matches? I mean, they're literally throwing bananas out there. Bananas
Right.
on the damn field.
Nigga, go make a goal, nigger.
No,
You
they,
better not
they're,
lose.
you know, they're chuckling and making, you know, monkey noises
They
every
just-
time the black
yeah.
dude touched the ball and
What was that,
throwing
France
bananas out there.
or Italy, where the brothers finally stood up and said, man, fuck y'all, I'm not playing. Y'all niggas
Yeah.
just throwing bananas at me. Kiss
Yeah.
my motherfucking ass. Think
Yeah.
about what's my man's that was playing for the Red Sox.
Big Poppy?
Black
What are you
dude,
talking about?
a few years ago. I can't think of his name. First, I think,
all the Mexican niggas is black dudes.
no. This was years ago. Back when Babe Ruth was playing. Back when Babe Ruth was playing.
Oh shit! Oh man, dude, I'm not a baseball head like that.
Okay.
I don't know.
They said that this motherfucker, Patrice O'Neal, talked about how they terrorized this motherfucker. He was killing it. Let me see.
Talking about Jackie Robinson? What are you
Nah.
talking about?
Satchel Paige.
He never made it to the league.
Let me see.
I could have swore he made it like last year or something of his life or some shit.
Did he?
His last good year of playing ball.
I never thought he made it out the Negro League.
I think this is him right the fuck here. Who the fuck? I ain't never even heard of this motherfucker. I can't think of the guy's name. Some dude, Pumpsy Green, is popping up. But he was just saying, like, man, you know, that this guy literally got terrorized the whole fucking time he was there. Hate mail and all kind of shit.
Yeah.
Hate mail and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, man, you know, You sent him right into the. It was like the end of that movie, The Gray, where he thought he was getting away from the wolves and walked his ass right into the wolves den or whatever the fuck that shit is called. You sent your baby into the wolves den. You know, so it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
So that was just his logic at the time, thinking it's not the States. But again, like Tank said, dude, have you not done your research and homework on this place that you're trying to raise your son?
Right.
Yeah. You know?
It's not the place I'm gonna go.
Not even a little bit. I'm going to Switzerland.
If I left America and took my son to Zimbabwe and he ran into some racism there, then we got some shit to talk about. You know, that's a story. Don't tell me you.
I got you. I got you. But apparently,
I think he knows to Sweden, and I don't know why they've acted such a fool.
I think he knows now. You know that he made a mistake, and like I said, he penned that letter out.
Yeah.
And, you know, just trying to see, you know, pretty much get some fillers out there to see if he's still on point, if he's still doing, you know, right by his kid for the most part, by not overreacting and trying to find that balance of not overreacting and not underreacting. You know, by trying to make sure, you know, that he does acknowledge what had happened to him and let him know that, you know, it's not cool, but more is to come, you know, in the future. So, like I said, I just wanted to throw that out at you guys and see exactly, you know, y'all views on that one.
Right on.
And I see how you feel. You know, just go choke a kid out, and you know,
motherfucking put him in.
Like your dumb ass. It's the daddy's fault. He moved his ass over there. What the hell was he thinking?
Right.
You know.
Right. Well, gentlemen.
Yeah, man.
It's been real.
Yes, sir. Indeed, man.
Mr.
Tank, you better start putting some timers in, and you know, making sure you meet your appointment.
Right.
You know.
I apologize.
It's all good, man.
No, it's not.
Unprofessional motherfucker.
Look here, boy.
Pretty
when
much.
You know better, you do better.
Right.
Now you know. So
And
get
no
your
one
shit.
is happy.
Get your shit tight.
Right.
We run a tight ship here. Dance practice is at 6:00.
Right.
No
fucking with the steps.
Right.
Fucking up the steps.
Right on.
Hey, what you sipping on, Ed?
Oh shit. Yeah, man. Pinot Noir Crave. Yeah, I can pronounce that.
Okay, yeah.
Nice. All right.
Grown man like a motherfucker, man.
That's
Trying,
it.
brother. Every day I'm trying. Every day.
Right on, man.
So with that, brothers, 2 fingers.
The evil has been fought, goddammit. Peace.
Indeed.
Yes, sir.
Indeed.
Have a good one, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.